Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. It is Thursday, so you already know we are trading options, reviewing our plays from this week, and we are making some plays into next week. We usually make these videos on Fridays, but because tomorrow is Good Friday, we are making this video on a Thursday because the market is closed tomorrow. So we have a lot to talk about. I haven't made a video on this account for about 2 weeks, and mostly because I just haven't had the consistency I usually have, where I usually roll options on Fridays or Mondays and then just set it and forget it. The market has been so volatile that we've made some trades on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and so we just haven't gotten around to it. So I figured it's time to update where we're sitting. We're still just barely hovering around that $100,000 mark. Earlier this morning, we were right down below, and we're just hanging in there. And so what are we doing? Well, we're just selling calls. We're selling puts. We're continuing to buy more QQQ each and every single week, and we're managing what we can manage, and we try to hit that at least 2% goal each and every single month, and we continue to collect. So buying power right now, $3,311. For the week, we're up about 7%. For the month, we're down about 2%. 3 months, down about 25%. Year-to-date, down about 20%. 1 year up 21%, all time up 27% or $21,000. So we're still in the green. We're definitely way far off where we used to be, but the market has just absolutely gone crazy. You guys already know, so I don't need to tell you. So we just manage what we can manage, and we're just going to keep on keeping on. So first things first, I want to start out today by just purchasing some more QQQ. We've been adding to this position like crazy. We now have 41 shares, about $18,000 worth of market value, average cost of $477. It's sitting at 446 right now, so we're down, 6% on the position. But I just want to keep buying, so we're just going to keep buying some more. Whoops, not 5. We're going to buy, let's buy 3 shares, $1,340, and let's stack it up. So we purchased that, we stacked it up, and we're just going to continue to do that each and every single week like we always do. We've made a lot of options income this month, and we're on pace to hit our 2% goal. So we are just going to push on towards that. So a couple of plays I want to make. So Hood, I've been wheeling in, wheeling out. I lost 400 shares at the 42.5. Now Hood is trading around 40, and I want to get some shares back. So we're going to come in here, and we're going to roll this position. We do have earnings coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to roll this out, and I'm going to try to get it. I'm going to try to get it at the 40 again. So we're going to do it for 89 here. It's going to be a $348 credit. Let me see. Let's just change this to 87, see if we can get a medium fill. Low likelihood still at the 87. Let's see if we can get it here at the $350 mark. If not, we can change it down one. We're right between the bid and the ask, so we should be able to get that. We'll let that sit here on the video for a little bit and see if we can get a fill there. Collect a couple $100, and then we're going to move forward. So next one on the list, we have earnings for Tesla on Tuesday. So Tuesday after hours, we're going to roll this put out. We've been trying to get this at the 7, and so we're just going to continue to try to get it, even with earnings. I don't really care. Would love to grab some more shares. That's a $220 credit. We'll come down here to the, let's see if I can get a 44, medium likelihood. So let's see if we can get it a fill for the 44. Boom, just like that. So that's a $220 credit there. And I keep doing that each and every single week. And I just try to get my shares, right? I've just been trying to get shares, and I'm getting paid to do that. And so it is what it is. So we just sold that, made a couple $100 there. TSLL calls, I'm going to let those expire worthless because we are going into earnings. If we do have a nice pump up there, I want to sell some calls on that pump. So we'll just let those expire worthless. We'll collect the whole 80 there. Looks like we did get the Hood fill there. So that's nice. We'll book all the profit there, and then we will grab the 348. So we just made $500 in about 2 minutes. And that's just to try to buy some assets that we've been wanting to try to buy anyways. We lost some shares of Hood, and so I want more of those. And then we have some shares of TSL that I want to average down on with this. I think Tesla's pulled back 50% since its high in January. And so I want to get some more shares there. So we have those on the table. Everything's pushed off. So TSL will expire. Connell, we're going to let expire worthless at the $340 credit. Everything else is pushed into next week. We have an MVDL put that I sold this week at the 25. We got paid $40 for that. If we get assigned, great. If not, great as well. So lots of puts for next week. Hood, TSL, and MVDL. Connell, when we get a nice rip up, I'll end up selling some calls there. But for now, we'll let these expire worthless. 10 contracts. I don't want to buy to close those, so we'll just let those do their things. And then MSTX. So if we want to go in here and we want to roll the position, we're looking at, the 35 or the 35.5. There's some good premium there. So if we roll this out at the 35.5 or the 36, I should say, 35 is paying 25, 36 is paying 23, if we look at the volume here, plenty IV 119%, open interest 465, volume 57. So some really decent volume there. Delta at a 0.12. So we could do that and we collect what, $150 there. I'm just going to let MSTX expire worthless. Bitcoin is looking actually pretty good as of right now. Sitting around that $85,000 mark. I want to see if we can have a breakout. And so I will let that expire worthless. And then we do have some cash sitting, but I will just let the cash sit. And we'll see if some other plays come up. It might just end up being some more Tesla or some more QQQ. Just really depends. So those are the plays we're making for today. A couple $100, clicking a couple of buttons. And I want to jump into the spreadsheet because we haven't updated it for a while and you guys have no idea where I am for the month. So let's get that updated. These are all the trades for the year if you need to look at them. You can obviously see, yeah, I mean, everything there. So everything's looking really good. Oops, this is not. Let me pull this up. That's 2020. Whoops, excuse me. That's 2024. Not going to really do much for you there. So let's scroll back over here to the Roth for 2025. And then we should be good to go there. Couple things to keep in mind. We have a lot of earnings coming up, right? So we have Tesla coming up this week, Verizon coming up, AG&C. We had all the bank stocks that just went through, and we just have a lot of American Airlines, Intel. So a lot of earnings coming up, hundreds of earnings, and we're getting into earnings seasons. We have Hood coming up soon. We have all the miners coming up soon. And slowly but surely, we have more and more positions that are going to be trading into earnings. So just keep that in mind when you're trading your position. So this is all the trades for the year. Every single trade, we can still fit it on one screen if you need to look at that. Here's how we're looking for the year. January, 5,490 in premium. February, 4,009. March, 3,222. And then so far in April, 1,776. We're 17 days as the recording of this video through this. And so we're on track, really. If we can get a $3,000 month, I'd be absolutely stoked. And so we have the potential to do it. We have $164 in wheel gains, and that's just from the Hood shares that we wheeled out of. We started our balance this month at 105,000. We're currently sitting at 102, 103,000, depending on the move of the day. And so far, so good. So April, first week, 858. Second week, 678. Third week, 240. You guys just saw we collected another, $500 in the last couple of minutes, clicking a few buttons. So I will get those updated here, and that'll probably put us, well, definitely it's going to put us over the $2,000 mark. So we'll be sitting right around that $2,200 mark. And then depending on when I sell MSTX calls, that will be probably another 200 there as well. So where are we looking? Well, I want $160,000 by the end of the year. It's going to take the market bouncing back in order to get that done. So we're just stacking shares in the meantime. I think QQQ obviously will have another all-time high at some point. And so now while it's down, I'm just going to keep buying. I want to get it to 100 shares. It's going to cost me another 20,000 or so. And so I'm going to keep collecting rent on all my shares as of right now. And then I'll continue to roll those into QQQ and continue to build it. So monthly goal at the 2% base case is $2,730 for the month. Which is about $680 a week, right? So we have $954 left, which is between the last 2 weeks is $477. You guys just saw us collect $500. So that's going to bring this number down significantly. So we should be able to hit our $2,730 base case, no problemo. And then we'll set our eyes on the 3%, right? So if we look at the 3% base case, we're talking about 4,258, and that's based off the starting balance of 141,000. Keep in mind, when I set this up, we did it off of a growing balance each and every single month, right? And so I don't want to adjust this based off the balance that I'm starting with, because I want this to be what, if everything went right, the number that I could have been at, right? If everything went right, I could have been at 136. Right now, obviously, we're down a lot from there, but I think everything will shake out by the end of the year, so I'm not worried there. Where has our premium come from? Well, this is where it's come from. MSTX, 5,813. Not a shocker. This one's paying me several $100s a week in rent, so not too bad. Connell, 4,110. We now own about 1,300 shares. They're down bad, but again, I'm not too worried about it. We sold puts on it for multiple months, so our true cost basis is super, super low. And so on the next big green day, probably around that $15, $16, $17 mark in Connell, I'll sell some calls and we'll collect some more rent there. TSLL, 1,351. MVDL, 1,351 as well. Hood, 567. We just collected another couple hundred, so that'll bump up. And then, yeah, so we just continue to stack each and every single week. We're almost at $14,500 worth of options premium so far in the first 3.5 months of the year. And hopefully by the end of month 4, we'll be above that $15,000 mark. And I think we can get it done. We're on pace to really put a nice dent in it this year. And if we can keep this pace, I mean, we're looking really good. This could be a $45,000 option premium year just in this account alone. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. We're going to continue to sell calls every single week on our shares, sell some puts to try to buy some shares for cheaper, and continue collecting. So hopefully you guys are doing well in your accounts. Hopefully you're managing all this tariff nonsense and all this market volatility, okay? Just remember, it's a long game. We have a long time for the market to work itself out, and it will. It always does. And I think it will continue to do that. So I've got 40 years until I can touch any of this money. So I'm not worried about what QQQ's price is today or what QQQ's price is tomorrow, right? So we just continue to buy shares each and every single week. We collect rent off of all of our shares that we have currently, and we get paid to buy assets for cheaper. So that's the way we're going to do it. That's the way I'm going to continue to do it. And that's how I've amassed over $1 million. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. Appreciate everybody as always. Hope you're doing well. Happy investing, and we'll catch you next video.